500 feet, turn right onto Lincoln Street.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello. Back at it again.
Now turn right onto Lincoln Street.
Thank you. With another cheesy intro. Had to come out to a little bit towards Western Massachusetts to pick up an item that I left at a friend's house. And I was in the area, and I was like, you know what, let me go and snag it before the holiday hits. 4th of July, Independence Day in America. This is Saturday. And per tradition, we all hang out, we barbecue, and I don't think that man saw me. He looked like he didn't want to stop. Maybe I just overreacted, but he definitely didn't look like he wanted to stop. But rather be safe than sorry. Because
500 feet, bear right onto Lakeside Avenue.
he would have definitely been at fault, but I'd rather not have a damaged car or be hurt, especially before a holiday
Now
weekend.
bear right onto Lakeside Avenue.
And anyways, welcome in to anyone who may be watching. I'm going to try and make this short. The first video that I uploaded was about 31 minutes because I rambled on. It is a really hot day in Massachusetts. It's hot across the entire country. So I won't sit here and pretend that it's only hot here. In my Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive, I am heading to Boston. And yeah, it's a pretty hot day, but it's been a good day. Can't complain.
In 1,000 feet, turn right to take the Interstate 495 south ramp toward Cape Cod.
Thank you. But yeah, headed into Boston. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious. I see a lot of videos, and I'm in forums, like on Facebook groups, Reddit groups for just like Teslas in general. And people seem to be constantly monitoring their kilowatt per hour and trying to be as efficient as possible. And I know that's a really cool thing to do. And, you know, it's good to try to get the most out of your battery. But I just think about it in terms of when I used to drive a gas vehicle. I never thought about that. I just drove. And especially if you you have the ability to charge at home. For me, it's not something that I'm constantly thinking about. And I think the numbers are cool. And if that's your thing, it's just more of a hobby, and, you just want to be efficient. You're min-maxing, if we got any gamers out there, you're just min-maxing. New season of Diablo 4 just dropped, so that's what a lot of people like to do. But for me, when I drive my car, I drive it how I drive it, and then I charge when I need to charge. When the car tells you need to charge, or if I got a long road trip coming up. And I know they aren't necessarily the same people, but we like to talk about how fast these cars are. But then on the same hand, we like to also talk about getting the most out of each percentage of battery life. So yes, it's obviously important to be aware, but unless you're doing a long road trip and there are no chargers around and you're trying to be efficient as possible, or maybe you just drive a lot throughout the day and you're trying to be efficient as possible, to me, it's not something that I'm going to be worried about. Like, oh my goodness, I have 20% left. Maybe I should turn off the air or lower the air or increase the heat, whatever it may be, whatever season it might be. I'm never going to think about that unless I'm doing a long road trip. When I had a Honda Prologue, there was a point where I was driving once and that happened, and I felt like I needed to think about it. But that's only because the Honda Prologue wasn't officially a vehicle that could use Tesla chargers. So I used to have to say I was a different kind of vehicle and then use Tesla chargers, and it was always awkward. But because it's just so easy to pull up to a supercharger if I needed to, I just don't think about it. And I also charge at home. In my apartment complex, it has chargers, so it's just not something I need to ever worry about for my day-to-day. So if you just like the stats, that's cool. But other than that, I'm good with it. But anyways, I was rambling about that for a long time. It was just like top of mind because I always see people talking about it. And yeah. So Tesla stuff. I need to change my air filters at some point soon. It's been about a year, and I think that's a good time to change my air filters. And I've seen some people going back and forth where they've said that they're worried about clips and breaking them and all this other stuff, and I almost feel like some people are saying it's not even worth it to just, if you can afford it, to just do it yourself. So I think I'm going to give it a try and just change the air filters on my own. I've seen a couple of videos where people have done it, and it looks pretty straightforward. So definitely going to give it a try. I think it's like $60-something to pay Tesla to do it for you. But yeah, I'm going to give it a one and give it a go. As long, and air filters normally aren't that cheap. I mean, that expensive. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I was thinking about today. And also I was thinking about the last time I made a video, I was talking about accessories, and I recommended that you shouldn't dump a ton of money into buying accessories for your car just because the price for them, they add up really quickly. And again, you just dumped a bunch of money. I know I shouldn't have crossed over that lane, but yeah, you just dumped a bunch of money into buying your car, insurance, and I would just be very careful about the accessories you buy. Or if you do buy accessories, purchase them on Amazon. That way, if you feel like you don't really need it, you can return it easily. You bring it to a Whole Foods or I think like a FedEx or UPS.
Now take exit 58 on the right.
It's just easy to return it, but I'd be really careful about that. But again, I bought the MagBack phone holder that you see here, and I also purchased a camera cover for the inside camera. It's like a sliding camera cover thing. If you've ever had like laptops, you can purchase them for laptops as well, to cover the camera. And so I just do that. I don't know. There are all these other cameras on the car, so if someone's trying to see you, they're going to see you. But it's just a peace of mind thing, whether it actually works or not. But it was super cheap, and I think it was like $5, and they gave me 2 of them. And so yeah, I have that, and it just slides up and down there. There was a time when I was using full self-driving, and I had it covered, and I was trying to activate full self-driving, and it wouldn't activate. And I was so confused as to what was going on, and it was because I had the inside camera covered, and it couldn't see me inside this car, and that's why it wouldn't activate the supervised full self-driving. But yeah, so I'd recommend some sort of phone mount, the car mats, and also I was thinking about this. I bought a portable wheel for your tires, so you can inflate your tires. I've used that a few times during the wintertime where they go down, the PSI goes down on the tires, so that's come in handy. And then I also bought a portable to jumpstart your car, because I know we can use it, or I've read that you can use it on the 12 volt, but I've actually had to use it on gas-powered vehicles. I've used it twice since I've got it, and I've had it for about a year. and it works so well. And the battery life lasts a while. I check it every now and then just to make sure the battery is good, because what's the point of having something like that and the battery's dead and you can't jumpstart someone's car? But I've had to use it twice, and it's worked great. And yeah, easily some of the best purchases that I've had, because I've already had to use them. So definitely worth the money. But I would also say that if you really like to accessorize your car and you're about to make a purchase, or you have a purchase coming up in a couple of months, just wait until the holiday sales. They start earlier and earlier every year. Definitely would recommend just doing that. And also, there's like 100 content creators out there for Teslas. I would highly just recommend going to one of their channels and seeing if they have like discount codes or something like that. That could give you, 5-10% off. Because again, the price of these things add up so quick, and because these cars are so minimalistic, it's easy to get roped into that. I want to add this, and this looks cool, and I want to add this as well. But anyways, done with the accessories piece. I'm heading home. I live in Boston, and the ride home is going to be a lot smoother than the ride here. I think it took me like an hour and 40 minutes just because of traffic, because people work in Boston and they're trying to get out of Boston, but now, not that many people are headed into Boston. So it's a much smoother ride. And I don't mind it. And as much as I loved supervised full self-driving, there's something about driving this car, just the steering wheel. Like, yeah, I'll turn on the autopilot, but just maneuvering in this vehicle just feels really good. But anyways, I'm going to try and keep this really short, and because I don't want a long video. If someone ends up watching this in the future, or people end up watching this in the future, if you feel like longer videos are the best thing to do, then maybe I'll consider that. But for the moment, I'm just going to keep it short. Anyways, thank you. I'll catch y'all later.